Welcome guys, today we'll be creating this kind of sound in, let's say, under 5 minutes. Okay, let's get straight to it. This is very simple and should be possible to create within a very short amount of time. So I'm just going to copy over those chords and I am going to load up Operator here. And straight off we will have this kind of sound. Which isn't too bad, but there's a little bit of pad characteristic missing, so let's bring up the attack to, like, I don't know. Yeah, sounds reasonable. And bring up the release. And bring up the voices just so there are no notes cutting out. Now this is a very boring sound, so let's bring in another oscillator here. Sounds very deep, very dreamy. I really do like that. Maybe a little bit more higher harmonics here. I'm just going to have to A-B this. Yeah, just very subtle, but you can hear that. Okay. Now let's go ahead and actually put a little bit of a high shelf on here. And do the trick with the chorus. And a chorus on those sine waves and few harmonics does sound quite awesome. Take a listen here. I'm just going to bring this down a little bit. I don't know actually why, but I don't like it in the setting it comes with. I always bring this down to, like, I don't know, this is like 1 centimeter by 1 centimeter. Instant pad, basically. Bring in some with this feedback knob we can have a lot more going on at the same time. It's basically the same thing as a ping pong delay, and if you have a ping pong delay, for example, the feedback is basically if you press a note, well, how often it gets repeated. And if we put this very short, we only have a very short thing going on there, and if we bring it up to, like, I don't know, 95%, it's not going to stop for a long time. Now this chorus works basically the same way, except we have 0.5 milliseconds of a delay time instead of a few hundred milliseconds on the ping pong delay. And by bringing up this feedback, there are some of those delayed things clashing into each other. And that gives it this little detuned kind of feeling that we really do want. I'm just going to bring this up very high so you can understand what I mean. But we do only want a very subtle effect here. So no saturation, no compression, maybe a little bit of reverb. And there we have it. We are at 5 minutes and 40 seconds, and we're done with this little sound here. It's a very simple sound. Now, just to go over the reverb here. It's basically the German concert hall under real places here. That's one of the presets that comes with convolution reverb. But you can actually use just a normal reverb that comes within Ableton. For example, I'm just going to bring this up to high here. You can use... Doesn't sound bad either. But I like the sound of the convolution reverb more, so I do like to use that one on basically almost everything. Okay, now that's the sound. Now for the modulation part. Now, what are we actually automating, and how are we going to do that? Now, for that, I am going to go ahead and use an instrument rack here. And we are going to map these level knobs here all into this on macro 1 basically here, so that when we move up the knob here, it basically moves all of those at the same time for us. Now this is going to sound quite badly because the settings we just entered and found out here are gone, so let's enter them again. Now for oscillator B we started at I don't know, what was it, like minus 30? Minus 29 was it, wasn't it? Yeah. And this one was like minus 50 or 40 or something. Yeah. And the other one was at 0. Now, we don't want them actually to come up all the way, so let's just choose like, I don't know, like 10 decibels above every single one of those. So, I don't know, let's go ahead and put this on, I don't know, like, yeah, something like that. And let's just bring up macro 1 here and see how it sounds. Not bright, bright, not bright, bright. Awesome. And the next thing I'm just going to map on here is the filter. Come on, seriously. And there's not much sense playing with the time knob here, just because we don't actually have anything widely modulated going on here. The only things that are actually happening are the attack and the release, and those are pretty much set in stone. We don't actually want to change them that much. We only wanted to, or we only might want to change them if we change the tempo of the song. So if we say we double the tempo, which a normal person wouldn't do, but let's say we did, those notes might clash into each other. So a faster tempo might be appropriate if you have a faster, with a faster time setting. It might be appropriate if you have a faster tempo, and vice versa. But we don't actually have that, and those few beats per minute that you are actually going to increase this to like 120 or 140 or whatever, that's not going to matter that much. So we don't actually need to play around with the time knob this time. We do, however, want to play around with those levels because that's basically our filter analog here. So instead of a filter, we are using those volume buttons and increasing them very, very slightly. You can see that I have to turn this knob all the way to just increase them just a little bit. And then we can actually go ahead and, I don't know, do this thing we had going on here where, I don't know, what's going like this, I think, and in the end there was the filter going like down, and then the whole thing sounds like this. Okay guys, that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. This is a very, very simple patch, and because this is so simple, I'm probably going to release another video today, which is hopefully going to be the video about well, it's just going to be one of those just producing, no talking kind of things. It's been sitting on my hard drive for quite a while now, and I actually want to get rid of it by, well, I don't want to get rid of it, but I want to publish it, because even though the song's not great, there's a lot of interesting things I actually did, and the middle of the song that I created there in that hour is actually not that bad. So yeah, I'm just going to upload it. I'm not going to promote it or anything. It's just going to be there, and you can watch it or you can't. I don't know, those just producing, no talking kind of weird videos. Some love them. There's actually a Facebook group just dedicated to them, made by Tom Cosmo, I think. But it's just, some like them, some don't. I actually do like to watch some of those. It's kind of interesting to watch somebody's workflow. You can learn quite a lot by doing that. But if you don't, well, don't be alarmed. There will be new videos coming out here, new tutorials. So if you miss my voice or whatever during that video, don't worry, I'll come back, yeah. Maybe until then I actually learn how to speak proper English, but I doubt that. So, thank you guys for watching, and I wish you a very, very, very nice day. Okay, let's wait until this paragraph is finished here. Something wasn't right there at the end. Okay guys, have a nice one.